What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to talk about a horror thriller called Bed Rest. It was released July 15th, 2022, and it was directed by Laurie Evans Taylor, who's only done a few other films like Stonebrook, uh, Crushes, and A Wondrous Fate. So this is a film that's available actually on Amazon Prime right now, and so it was an interesting concept and stuff for this film. A young couple is expecting a child, and through the first act of the film, you learn that they actually tried originally and ended up having like a stillborn, I guess you could call it, or it didn't survive, and so they are going through that dramatic period, and they're nervous that this new one may have the same effect, and so they start fresh. They move into an older house, but like a new house to them, and try to be as comfortable as possible. But then they move, the young woman is actually starts getting haunted by some little kid spirits, and some weird things are going on in the house, and she's not sure what, and she can't really tell her husband about it because every time she talks about it she sounds like she's going insane. Only she can see them, and only these weird things are happening to her. And so they go to a doctor, and tells her, you need bed rest, you need as much rest as possible so it doesn't hurt the fetus and the baby in her belly. So as she's there, it enhances more, and it tests their relationship, and what they're not sure if what she's seeing is real or made up. This is a pretty stereotypical film, horror thriller type of film. It does have a lot. It's a very thriller ish type of film. It does have horror elements in it and stuff, and some horror elements and themes and stuff throughout, but it's very trivial when you come to that aspect of the film. Um, the concept was good. It's very fast paced too. This movie's only an hour and 25 minutes, and it gets going pretty quickly once you start seeing the ghostly things. Now, these aren't like scary ghosts or anything. It's not like the Amityville Horror 2005 remake where they look like corpsey children or anything like that. It's like a pale young kid running around and stuff you see, and that sort of like in Sinister. It has sort of like those spiritual type of feel to it, and and then for throughout most of the film it's like that, and then once you get to the climactic scenes it turns more into like a Curse of La Llorona type of climax. And that I thought this film was interesting enough. I did enjoy the paranormal elements mixed into it. I thought the concept was good. The acting's good and it's really well shot, and the special effects are pretty good. It's just they try to do too much at once. So you go straight from one paranormal thing, and then all of a sudden it sets itself up quickly for another one where you don't really get that breathing room like in the Conjuring films where you get like a really intense paranormal scene, and then it goes into a more like character development aspect, maybe with a little bit something odd going off in the background. This one is just one right after the other, and they kind of repeat themselves with the way it was done. And so the structuring of the story and with the paranormal elements and stuff, I didn't think went very well together. And it was very typical, and everything was pretty much run of the mill you'd expect to see in this type of film. They didn't really push the envelope or trying to do something unique with it. They basically just played it safe and did it more in more standard. And then as the film gets to the climax, it becomes a new cliche type of film, and your typical paranormal type of horror film ending, which was it's okay, like it's a good popcorn flick, but for the most part, it was just standard. It's nothing really big to grasp on. Like I don't see a franchise out of this or anything, but I thought it was amusing enough. Like they had a good concept and they had all the right things. It's just structuring it and maybe writing in, adding a little more character build up and more character more character to the characters would have enhanced the film way bit more. But yeah, other than that, it was an okay movie. I thought it was better than any the other Amazon original. It was way better than that, and it's better than some of the stuff I've seen on Shudder so far. So yeah, so I'm gonna give Bed Rest a 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was an amusing enough movie. It just needed maybe a little more time in the writing process and structuring, and then it would have been a really good paranormal horror thriller. But for what we got, it's still a good standard popcorn flick, and this is actually probably one of the better ones for like beginner horror fans. So yeah, like I said, this is available on Amazon Prime, so you can check it out there if you have that. But if not, I'll link a trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about down there. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's linked down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rate. No, check out my Instagram, link down below. That's where I post my video clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You have the film title hashtag, the subject film, and the hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, make sure you check out my Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after I watch all the films. And also make sure you check out my Twitter, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms to stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people wherever. Comment your opinions of the film down below. And if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. Try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also, so hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to be continuing on with like the paranormal thriller because I'm going to go on Shudder and check out the latest Shudder original, The Unheard, in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Also, this video isn't sponsored by Amazon Prime or anything. So just so you know. But yeah, but in the meantime, watch out for all those pregnant women freaking out, thinking they see ghosts, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.